Thank you, Michel. Good afternoon. The last round of negotiations before the Copenhagen Climate Change Conference concluded last Friday in Barcelona. The Secretary-General is confident that governments will reach agreements in Copenhagen on the fundamental issues that will form the substance of a legally binding international agreement, which is the end goal for guiding action on climate change. The Secretary-General maintains that the Copenhagen negotiations must result in an agreement in which governments take actions that effectively and fairly address what the science tells us. We need to limit the Earth's average temperature increases to less than 2 degrees centigrade. The continuing and extraordinary engagement by world leaders on the climate change issues suggests that a deal will emerge in Copenhagen that will form the basis of a treaty. The political momentum from the Climate Change Summit convened by the Secretary-General in September and attended by 101 heads of state and government continues to grow. Since then, there have been numerous bilateral discussions between world leaders on the need for urgent action to move the global climate negotiations forward. Continued direct involvement by heads of state and government is crucial to making progress on the key issues in the negotiations. Leaders share the view that there is no alternative but to work together, and that Copenhagen must be a turning point in global efforts to address this grave challenge. This globally inclusive process, which is admittedly complex, will help to ensure that a treaty, when ready, will be comprehensive and equitable. While it is clear that countries are anxious to put a new legal regime in place, they also want to make sure that it is an agreement they can implement quickly and effectively, and that can deliver real results to reduce global emissions and protect people and the planet. Over the last several months, global awareness and action on climate change has increased to unprecedented levels among all sectors of society. There has been an upsurge in activity among civic and business leaders, as well as representatives of faith groups, whom the Secretary-General met in Windsor Castle near London last week. As Michel already announced, Secretary-General will be in Washington tomorrow, meeting with congressional leaders. He will discuss how governments around the world are approaching the climate negotiations and what these governments expect in terms of the role of the United States. The Danish government is continuing to conduct consultations with governments on the substance and the form of the agreement that may emerge from the UN conference in Copenhagen. The Secretary-General supports the Danish presidency in any ways necessary to reach a deal in Copenhagen. Last Friday, the Secretary-General met with members of his advisory group on energy and climate change that was set up earlier this year. The advisory group, chaired by Mr. Kandayum Kella, Director General of UNIDO, the UN's Industrial Development Organization, has developed a set of recommendations on energy access and energy efficiency. The advisory group presented its work to the Secretary-General. During the next few days, the Chair will finalize their report to the Secretary-General, and we expect a more structured presentation of their written recommendations later in November. Thank you very much.